that jet.
Okay, we got LEV on defense, we got KRU on attack.
I think I looked up at one
KRU
point and he was like
one
6
away.
and 16.
Yeah.
And getting to the final.
And something I've been keeping an eye out this
We got the
entire
Jets,
time has been the difference in
the dueling
operator
sheriffs.
kills in this series so far. Last time around, Ospas had 16 op kills, Doug. 16. This series, he has 2.
That's a stark difference. KRU on the attack side. If you are just joining us for the first time and you're watching Abyss for the first time,
Lovely higher lower.
Yeah, the
Aspas comes out on top on this.
We're working
I have
on
people
it.
that are not tuning into the pistols. That's a small one.
This cam is so cheeky.
Still
I mean, you
counts.
have to commit really far up if you want to try to clear it out because it's behind the box.
Yeah, it gives you so much info of all of mid.
And so this is where I think the walls are so good, is it denies so much of this early mid space. That's often an area of the map that has been kind of ignored as teams figure out how to play around the map.
Yeah, look at how annoying this is as well with that Omen one-way on top of it. I mean, if Mazzino really wants to, he can invest this wall, delay further. Camera's not flicked yet.
They at least know where the harbor is because of where it came from.
Right there. Oh, this could be
Oz
disaster.
is just going to hold this.
Couple of shots not landing from either side, and Melster's the one who falls at the end. They've gotten in through spawn. They're going to try to get out towards B, but you've got reinforcements. You've got help coming from the defensive side very quickly. If you want to win another pistol, it's got to be soon. Shy's left alone.
That was an
1v3
absolute
now.
shot.
Down to 2.
Good luck, man.
Tap of the spike is now being committed. He has a trip. He has a cage.
Age, if you want to jump out,
Ghost.
we'll create the pressure like you're
With the
jumping
can to
out.
make sure nobody's pushed him yet. The dart lighting him up for just a moment. Position given away, location betrayed. Now how does Shy navigate this? A sheriff in the hands of Ospas and Calm. I forget about it, it's just Calm now. One tap, it's all it took.
Oh, nice shot from Calm.
Responds with a tap of
Okay,
his
doubling
own.
the pistols for
Lev
them.
get the pistol, the second of the series.
And it's coming down to the wire on top of it. The mechanics are showing from the side of KRU. Shy, he had a good chance to win that 1v2, but Calm, he was too sharp to it. My goodness, what a start to the round. What an interesting strat from the side of KRU to push up mid like this. Wow, that right click
Nels is going to be
RNG
feeling
was
guarded
not
about that
in
one.
Melger's favor
Yeah, but also
whatsoever, bro.
low-key, the left click from the Ghost was not either.
Yeah, but the Ghost has 15 bullets for a reason. That's why.
Yeah, just like me out here, man. That's crazy. 2 outlaws in the hands of Lev. Then a couple of bulldogs and a stinger for Tex. Meanwhile, for KRU, this is not a nothing buy. They have 3 sheriffs here.
Right here.
Early shock dart to try to get some chip damage onto a main. Doesn't connect.
Gonna be a double orb default, it's looking like. Little orb
MTA, I believe.
stack.
So he's slowly building up to that Hunter's Fury. I mean, if they commit to this B site, there's an outlaw matching U site for utility. This is going to be very, very hard to break through. Even middle, all of mid is controlled by Ospas right now, and he's confidently going to take those angles. King gets thwarted off the line.
My camera is
The cam has been cleared too, and that's a big one. You've got to understand where the hit's coming from now. I'm really surprised that Lever not sending everyone back B, given what they've seen. I guess it's just a matter of time. Tex perhaps overstaying his welcome.
It's a great Omen flash. Omen flash could not have come at a better time.
Gorgeous, and the hold from Lev is even better.
Yeah, looking alright.
Good supporting cast for the side of
Looking
Tex.
alright. They, I mean, they heard an outlaw at the very least, so should be seeing full armors.
Cypher utility and all the smokes that were coming through. Paranoia from King as well. It bought more than enough time for these members of Leviathan to get in there and flood and help out Tex.
He just saw a foot.
Hey, he needs more scoped weapons in his hands. He's too disgusting with them. Now going into this bonus, there's 2 outlaws on the field, and there's 2 players with light armor on the side of KRU. One of them being the main duelist of Kesnet. He needs to be careful now and actually have to wait for utility to go in, because if he gets picked off early by one of those big cannons, it's over. As I say that, Lev, King, he's pushing all the way behind. He doesn't get the kill though, Doug. Look at that harbor wall.
Yeah,
man.
he had no idea how much he had owned it with this one. I like this though. It's a good sign for Lev. The early push from middle. Well, a lot of teams have been lacking.
So concerned, so paranoid about what's behind them.
Definitely good run to do it on the bonus.
Shot. Kesnet trying to keep him back. And the
Oh, he got a freebie there.
Could be the decisive measure. Now remember here, this is a bonus. It's a weapon upgraded for Tex now. Another Bulldog in hand. And the ult's invested round 3. As things slow down, Oh, Heat.
No way.
He's going to find the timing, isn't he? Oh, he does. Tech's dead. And now flashed by a little bit more time on top of the paranoia, though.
Yeah, the flash is good.
What does
Creates a
Mazzino
lot
have?
of
He's got
pressure
a cascade.
close.
He
They
can
don't
play
have to
around.
do
Where does he
anything. They can
invest
wait
it?
for the camera contact, wait for them
They're
to
not
dive
playing
down.
offside here. They're playing this really aggressively. Refusing to relent on the space, trying to dig their heels in. With the help over the top, Mazzino's gotten it really far back. Shy can't settle the
How's that
shots.
happened?
A 1v2. He's been electric for KRU. Can he do it again? One found. Is Mazzino going to stick it the whole way? He's got the cove on the other side.
Oh my god, he knew he was
bluff
gonna
has been
fake
called.
sound.
LEV walk out on top.
Wow.
How
call
did
to do what Mazzino just
he
did.
win that duel on site
He
with the
heard
two,
the
though?
footsteps right next to him. A lot of players get off in that moment. This was that early aggression. I don't know how MTA lives in that spot, but it didn't matter because King makes up for it coming back here. But yeah, it's all because of that harbor wall in mid. That's so unique.
Oh,
That's
they were
so
so
cool. What a-
sure it was first contact was gonna be the guy in upper.
What an insane approach, I was gonna say.
Well, I think the kicker too is I don't believe KRU saw that wall.
No, they didn't at all.
So there's a real good chance we see it again, but this time not concerned about antics with the
Oh,
wall.
this
They're
is
getting
the
very
mid-split
aggressive
with
out towards
4
A,
stingers.
splitting through the middle of the map with stingers and 1 vandal in the hands of Shy. They invest the reckoning. Aspas teeing off with the op. That's another onto your count.
Yeah, I mean,
And
this
every
reactive
single
harbor
one
was
of them
really
lit up
nice.
The Wisps giving position away. Numbers the way of the defense.
Sheesh.
And now Melser left standing by himself.
Cover going out.
A smoke to cover one area, but what do you do with the other 3, the other 4 that potentially contain threat?
Well,
Spike planted.
Perilous positions, the paranoia out, and the walls closing in. Melser falls as Aspas gets 3, and that's another
yeah,
round
it was
for
just a
Lev.
low buy though. But still, Lev
Cool
doing
idea
good on
from the
this.
side of KRU. Trying to go mid to be fast on that catwalk, or mid to A, apologize. Fast on that catwalk, and man, that harbor, we're seeing the benefits of running something like this. That on-the-fly wall was enough to split up that attacking approach, make it awkward, allow for Aspas to get these picks and get out of dodge. It was the supporting cast that was helping Aspas out after he would take those shots and have to leave the angle that I was impressed by.
I killed more than last map.
Early timeout
Yeah,
call here from
there's
Adam, as
the
you see all smiles
back-to-back
and all
vibes
vibes
looking
ahead for
great
Lev.
there.
And honestly,
What a difference a pistol
I
makes.
have to go back to the conversation Sideshow was having on the desk. When Levs start hot, it seems like KRU don't show up. And this is exactly the kind of start that they want to avoid. This is where it's been disaster for this team.
And it's crazy too because it's not like the rounds are just a wash, right? Except for that last one. They've
If
been
map
very, very close.
leaning that
right?
way.
Even on pistol round came down to a 1v1. With the first gun round comes down to a 1v1 as well. Shy in both of those. And had they go the way of KRU, maybe that's a 4-0 now for KRU. Who knows? That's how the series has been. It's been this big swing of momentum based off the first 4 rounds. Now, can KRU actually answer back here and stop this, you know, this bleeding of okay, one team absolutely obliterates a map, now the other one obliterates it, right?
This is just something that they've struggled with so much. I mean, against this team in particular, against a lot of teams, to be honest with you, when they're on the back foot, they never stabilize. They're just wobbly the entire time.
They're gonna have to fall back on those fundamentals, maybe make it so it's not a 1v1 anymore. Make it so, you know, it's decisive.
Rounds have been kind of close,
Here
though.
again.
Planet, yeah, go ahead.
A note
I
here
didn't think
again,
they were
off
this
in the hands
close.
of Aspas. As you were mentioning, I want to call back to what you were saying a couple of rounds ago because that does seem like a pretty big win condition. Where are you going?
What a sick rollout.
An aggressive line taken already. There's no way. You're expecting this. The cam might give it away. No, it's been cleared instantly. He has no idea.
What
He
a
left
jump
him,
to
though.
save him.
Shy dances with death and somehow stays alive.
He's going for another right click.
Now they're seeing this harbor wall mid too. Just now getting cleared out, but they have an idea of what's waiting on the other side.
Two.
Melser's taking so much space. You've got the trip to provide a little bit of safety. Nothing really to follow up behind it though.
Oh boy.
And he hears all these footsteps. He knows there's so many players lean towards B. Surely this is a call back all the way to A site. You have all the info in the world that 2 players rotated in
Breaks
that
the
B site.
trip.
There's no way they face check this still.
Smokes close
They
and
might
then
try.
joins them, so
The
creates
knife is
pressure
out.
here.
Harbor wall's
Dude, they
up,
got
and
4
Kesnit is
people
in.
here. Like, LEV should be so fine.
Relentless approach, I guess, but it's just not working out in their favor, though. The 1-for-1 might be enough. They're fully committing onto this. The spike is just now getting its way out onto site, and there's really nobody else there. The defense has held the line. Stalwart in their approach. Shots not landing for the attack.
Clean round on this. Yeah, they did.
Come hell or high water, they were gonna try to go
they did
B,
good, man.
and it
Just
did
the
not
insta
work
reclear
out.
over towards
Yeah,
A.
they just ran their head into a brick wall. Absolutely face
Yeah, it's
smashed
just 4 people
in.
here. And
King,
even
was
with the
just
fake mid
finessing
pressure,
around
like
the
the
edge of that
rotate had already
smoke,
come
but
in.
he
He
had
kind
a
of had
teammate
that
with
guy
him the
from
entire
spawn
time, so it
get
was
there
just
as
a
well. So
crossfire.
I'm not sure the
Both
info
players
was like
fouled.
relayed properly
Shot him right in the
over
leg.
towards like from middle.
But yeah, it was an overcommitment onto this B site from KRU. Melzer, he heard everything.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked. They still committed fully.
Yeah, same.
Me too. This is now, what, the 3rd different harbor wall we've seen mid, and oftentimes it's off of King taking space.
Lower. He usually doesn't push catwalk like this. He might find the timing on his Shy. Is he that crazy? Is he a madman, Doug? Shy saw him. Doesn't matter.
No way, Shy
Snaps
saw
from
him
King are
so
so
early
clean.
with the gun.
They try to increase the
How's
pace.
he
They try
getting
to
that?
accelerate towards B. Paranoia's traded. Aspas has to dash back, and then still lands a shot.
Yeah, they
on
are
Melzer.
desperate. Look at some of the stuff they're doing.
This feels a lot like what we saw the first 2 times these teams met. This feels a lot like what we saw on map 1. And I don't know where the breakdown comes, but it seems like it's arrived for KRU. Kesnit in a 1v4. How much more can he do? A Guardian in hand. The op-trained King on the flank.
And nicely handled,
No
though.
shot for Kesnit. None at
I mean, this
all.
has got to be a timeout with some of the
6-0
stuff
the way
they're
left.
doing.
King has pushed down mid relentlessly.
3 now? Yeah, dude.
This time
I'm just
finding
not
value onto
not meant
Shy.
to get sleep today.
Now, KRU,
So
they have
good.
to be worried about this every single round in
We'll
the
get a
future
little
when
bit,
they see a
it's
harbor
fine.
wall come out, or even if they just
I
hear
have to
it.
get Ryan
That
to ring
quick
us
scope
again.
from
Wake us
Aspas
up.
was filth.
Yeah, just straight out of the paranoia. His teammate basically calls that the Omen TP'd up top. Reactionary quick scope from him. He's so good with the operator. He makes it so oppressive to play against.
Going to 5? Yeah, I
Blades for
think so.
And the need
Feels
for a
like it.
spark. 2 and 6
Another
from the
wall over
duelist
towards
currently.
middle creates a lot of pressure.
And it's the same harbor wall. I mean, the denial of space mid has just been so good to watch.
We had 2 players of KRU dialed in on that for good reason.
Cage triggered.
Aspas holding his own little off angle into A main. And it's a re-clear of mid right now from the side of KRU. No one to be met here.
And this is
Let's see
part
what
of the
they
effect of
actually
just
do with the
putting up
mid
that harbor
space.
wall to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, KRU have probably
You
used
have
middle
to
more than
re-clear
some of the
this.
other teams we've seen. They've been going there breaking
Look at
trips. We
half
had the
re-clear. They
split
don't go all the
towards
way
A.
out to clear out library or break that trip.
But look at where King
Been like
is right
3
now.
rounds, I guess, with a bit of
I
pressure.
mean, he's essentially in their spawn. And so he's going to get a fast timing back behind them.
Yeah, Aspas gets early
regardless of
info
where they
here.
commit.
Then rotate
So
of the
insane.
harbor
They
means
just
maybe a
cruise up
wall
into
can
all
come
these
down in time.
spots.
He's just finding the tiniest of gaps and exploiting
Yeah,
them,
here comes the
making
harbor.
them
What kind of
massive
wall we got
wounds.
for this?
But KRU turning towards A. The paranoia is out. Aspas has already gotten the best of Shy. Maybe a little bit too cheeky there. On a second swing, a second approach. Oh no.
Oh.
Well, there he goes.
He's off the map, ladies and gentlemen.
Meanwhile,
Wait, he gets a kill!
Wait, he got a kill.
We've got to see that back. What? Either way, a 2v3. Melzer committing to the ult. King is dead.
Where's
Mazzino.
Kesnit?
Mazzino's behind. He's
Where's
still falling somewhere. I don't know
Kesnit?
where he is.
Is he
but he's
still falling?
Yeah, he's still going down. Finally. Meeting his death. Mazzino's going to be on the defuse. He's got it to half the mollies in his lap. He has to get the space back up. Auto swing. How much more can he find? He tucks behind the cascade. You've got to challenge him. He gets it down to 1. Not able to control the second.
Okay, but he actually meant to do this, right? Or am I...
I've got to see what Kesnit
Or am
did.
I
I
wrong?
don't understand.
He dashed into the pit?
Ridiculous, Doug.
Oh, he's still laughing. It's got to be good.
I mean,
He went all the way around to
great
spawn.
entry. Great dart from MTA.
How does he...
How does he get this? No shot!
Yeah.
Dude, imagine being that guy and dying.
I mean, you told me that you nerded out in a custom game, and it takes, what, 30, 40 seconds for Jet to fall off the map if you float all the way down?
Yeah, it's like 33 seconds. It takes forever. I mean, it's a third of the round. And he plays his time to perfection, I guess.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Unfortunately for KRU, it's the only success that they've had.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them as well, Ospas has another operator pick.
Yeah, and it's on the Omen. They're only smokes.
And so the round slows down for just a moment. Just long enough for Aspas to reposition and strike fear into Crew once more.
Mizzino's always getting them in. He's always in for a body shot every time we watch him.
We forgot that Lever's still sitting at 6-1 with Ospas
Well,
having an
it's
operator to
looking-
his name. That economy is so deep. It was getting slowly withered down, but now a new chance to build it up.
Dude,
once
every
more.
time.
And Mizzino, he's showing a lot of disrespect.
MTA maybe contacts his way out, but Mizzino.
Got another one in him, maybe?
Oh,
He's got
He's
another
weak,
one in
though.
him, surely.
Good
What's the
awareness
timing
from
on this?
For Mizzino to just crouch right there.
Yeah.
So
The other guy was
Only
like killed
angles
on
will
site, so he has to at
spot
least
from.
consider it.
You're not alone. Cascade goes through. MTA choosing not to
seconds
take
left.
this fight.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
just
he's
secure this
saving.
Hunter's Fury, bring that rifle into the
Yeah.
next round. Or not. Worried about a flank right now. And I mean, right for yourself,
Aspas, yeah, now he's got the orb here. He's
Leviathan are feeling
heavy
it.
farming.
Surprised he doesn't grab that orb though.
He is,
But it's okay.
10
Maybe he'll grab it
seconds
in the
left.
next round.
what was this? Kill
A
it
little bit
middle,
of an AD
reposition,
fault
kill it
there.
B.
Drop the gun to Kesnet.
I mean, it's really
Use your
strong in this
Soba utility
area.
to set him up.
Like, rotating from here
again,
to here is just the one.
Maps that Crew have been able to, or excuse me, that Lev have been able to win in these last couple of matchups. We've had this score, I think, every time.
Yeah, it's
It's been a
actually
yeah.
reminiscent of like the first series, the first map even.
Exactly. It's a 6-1. It's a 7-1. It's something dominant like that. Wait, did he do it again? Oh, this is from,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, that's still so insane.
taking somebody with him, huh? Oh, he even updrafted.
Oh.
He lasted longer.
Right, speeding through this one as well.
That's insane.
Ridiculous.
But again, very reminiscent of what we've seen the last couple of times. Whenever we see this score, it's often
It was a pick
the
middle into a
timeout,
pick
too.
B for
I'm kind of
Aspas.
surprised we're not seeing one, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is an interesting way that Crew are countering, or at least trying to counter this Harbor util by dropping a dart mid on the other side of the wall to make sure nobody's pushing. So we're starting to see these little micro adjustments, this rock, paper, scissors of how they try to figure out and counter one another.
Can you see G2
Yeah,
banning this
it may
tomorrow in
deny
order
the
to
push
avoid the
into
Aspas
mid,
op?
It's too
Nah.
scary to put
G2
a
will
body to
be
go past that harbor
so
wall.
fine playing this.
Too worried. And if Ospas connects on this, this will be his 6th first kill.
Kesnet's a little bit deeper on this angle. If he was playing it tight, it'd be right in between his eyes.
It'll
but
be
Oh, they
it'll be
know
interesting to
something's
see
up.
if this
Good
comp can
drone
like.
to get Ospas
But they have
off
no
the line.
flash, so it's gonna be hard for them to take
risky
B.
too. And now they understand there's a little bit more
Wow.
here. The Paranoia is going to push Tax off the angle.
There's
As
maybe
Ospas
some
tries
stuff
to
with the Harbor
repeat,
they
but
could do
between
to
cages and
counter.
Smokes, nothing lands.
Some of the Viper Coder
And now
stuff.
Kesnet's the one who's gotten really aggressive. They've gotten so much control on the site. They've got members up in heaven on both sides.
Oh, hold up. What's he on? 13 to
Aspas
3. We
with
gotta
pop.
we gotta
Aspas
pay
with
attention to
blades.
this one.
MTA,
A
the only one with the
solid
rifle.
position from
But
MTA.
they've gotten this far, and again,
Oh, it's
the
incredible.
reckoning, giving everything away. No position is safe. He's got to know. MTA falls, and that was the rifle. It's just Sheriffs now. The one benefit is they do have the spike down that one way. Fully disrespected.
One enemy
Oh my God.
Aspas has his 4. Trying to hunt down for the ace. The last blade will not connect. But Com's left alone in a 1v1. This is very winnable for Shy, and he connects. The Red Bull clutch for Crew.
There's his shots.
Shy. He lost the first
Yeah, I gotta feel bad for Aspas there.
2 1v1s
He did a
had.
lot here.
This time around, he connects. He secures it to give Crew the
Yeah,
second
and if you
round
think
when
about
they
it
have of this half.
fully, probably just get your
But
mate
what
to tap
was
the
that
spike
from
and
Aspas?
watch this, but they didn't 100%
Something
know
out of
where he was.
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, it wasn't
5
enough.
HP. It wasn't.
It wasn't enough of a something, though. I think that's the big takeaway here, is it was off of the heroics. I mean, the fact that they got into what it was, a 3v3 or a 3v5 to begin with. There was just such a big advantage for Crew
16
that
to
Lev
4.
weren't able to erase.
That's a big round win for Crew as well.
Huge.
Being only their 2nd in this series. Now
This break
Kesnet,
is
he
up for
picks
him,
up
yeah,
that
I mean,
operator from somebody in
gotta-
the previous round, I believe.
Gotta
it
do that
was
sometimes. Shoot the
Sean who
drone.
saved that for him. So now it's a different
Shoot
approach.
the drone, shoot the
Are
knife.
Leviathan aware that there's an operator on the field? By the looks of these walkdowns in mid and jump spotting, I feel like they might.
Remember, the big stick in the hands of the defense.
Yeah, the one thing that I really
That's
do
one
like
line
though
here if
is
this fight
how
continues to lean that
often
way.
They are getting
There's a
early
chance of this.
info.
Surely you
Like the
flash
early
through
info
this.
on
You
A
don't just
is
tank this,
very
right? Meanwhile,
nice.
the middle of the map is
Arbor
denied once
rotates
more.
a little
King
bit
is so
weird. Keep
far
an eye on
up.
the Omen at middle. Good timing.
There's a
Here's this
trick
guy
to keep him
running.
back now.
A
And
good
Shy's
jump
aware
peek
of
though.
it. That
Shy
dart's
spotted him
gonna
over towards
get a
middle.
lot of info.
3-player scan in A main. It's going to be an A commit here with KO ultimate.
You're right, but the smoke is already ahead of it. I don't think they can make their way out of the smoke. I think they're stuck on the other side.
How
They're
did
gonna have to flood out through this if they want to take a shot.
How did
That's
that KO
exactly what
flash
they
not
do.
hit anyone? Did the smoke come
NTA
down
on
in
the
time?
bold swing as Meltzer continues to push. But the op tagging of Heat not able to find safe
Yeah,
passage
Raid
out
Boss
from the
is still
site.
alive.
The
Those
spike
to the
committed,
plants are
Meltzer
still
on the site by
yeah.
himself. And things come to a screeching halt. With Dash procced. The line is taken. Meltzer is the trap though. Keep an eye on him.
Hells is in trouble.
What do they have to clear him? Can they do
Does
anything
Tex
to clear
not
him? Do
just
they
kill him
even
when
know
the
he's
smoke
there?
goes?
I don't think they do. Tex, a sucker punch to get rid of the controller, but now what?
This was
They've
before the
got to
smoke
continue
went.
to push this pace.
Oh, it's hard. They
Hotspots
got to
on the
disrespect
tap.
the
You think
one way.
it's somebody else holding the line, not even able
King,
to
you're a
get it
lunatic.
King
Dude, hold your
As
one
Crew
way,
get another
surely.
round.
He went for the jump.
The retake was looking fruitful.
Dude, it was
for
so
the Vietnam.
fine.
The
No one had to
one-way
do anything
isolated
crazy like
everybody
this.
behind it in A main. They really could have honestly gotten half at least on
I
that
missed
spike.
the skill
held the
jump.
one-way together.
That's sick.
But this map, it can be so tricky. You could fall off of it. The only map like it in this game. And we've seen it take so many souls. That's that sucker punch you were talking about. Yeah, that one way was great. I don't know if he was trying to commit a TP onto that or just trying to jump fully past it. Maybe just hasn't played the map long enough to know.
He maybe could have got his TP out, but I doubt it.
It's interesting now that we're actually seeing the timeout come out from LEV. As we're up to 7-3. Remember, we talked about that 7-1 score line and how often we've seen it. But now
He
it's
just,
LEV who are trying to throw
I
the
mean, he
brakes on
didn't
this
need to
thing.
go for the crazy
Yeah, you can
play.
kinda
What am I even
feel it, like,
talking
in
about?
the middle of the
Dude didn't need to
rounds,
go
like,
for the jump.
It's just
Straight
a
up.
swing of momentum fully. Crew, they just look in these last couple
They got
rounds
Cypher
like
ult.
they're peeking
They had
things
Cypher
together.
info, right? That everyone
They're
was
getting
over to the right.
trades.
Or was it the other person's Cypher ult? I'm pretty sure
Honestly,
it's
this
theirs.
is one of the funnest parts of watching a new map like this too, is how we see teams kind of adjust to one another on the
Whose was
fly.
it? Was Texas, right?
There comes a point where you kind of have to throw the playbook away because you don't really know what's expected.
If he
Yeah,
landed
there's
it
a clear
though,
defined
I
meta
mean,
on
yeah,
this
I
map
guess,
of
but
Abyss
dude, he's got a
quite
one-way
yet.
hit.
A lot of
so
it is
good.
what you said. You have to just react on the fly or just stick to your game plan. And if your game plan's not working like it was for Crew, keep in mind they were down 7-1. You gotta make those changes, and it's cool to see so.
Do they invest the dart again? Yeah, but this time instantly cleared out. And a shock.
Some big damage on a Melzer with that one as well. They're so worried about mid, they have to. King, he's been so...
Yeah, I didn't. If they're so
Devastating
worried about
on
mid,
that
why didn't they just do
area
the
of the map.
camera middle?
But this attack operator Crew...
Are they
it
not
looks
just
really good for
investing
them.
too
It
many
looks really
people?
good for them against
this
C9 as
wall
well.
at
It kind of
middle?
makes the defense play a little bit more scared, a little bit more into spots where once your entire team kind of walks up into it, you can explode onto them. And this back right little double box has been a big point of success for the defending team at B.
But it dashed out of them.
No pick gathered there, but info that there is a stinger on the B site.
There's got to be a smoke that's headed towards mid right now. If they continue to try to creep up, there's the smoke. The thing is, there's a trip on the other side. Look at Mazzino's position here. If this is what they try to hit on, this could be a problem. Oh, and there's the ult.
that's
This
nice.
is perfect. Heat falls.
Yeah, that's a
and
nice
they still
pathway for
haven't
it.
gotten very far. You still have King here. You still have Mazzino who's here.
30 seconds. I mean, they spent so long doing this
stuck in a
default
corner
over towards middle. They
with
got
a stinger.
three
This is
people and the
exactly what he
spikes
wants.
from middle.
This gun is so good
Oh,
close
they are
range, especially
wrecked.
against players that are tagged up.
The spike on the ground. The second swing comes through. It's traded, yes, but Mazzino stands on top, and the spike is well out of reach now.
This was a cool setup from
It's a
LEV, though. I
save.
like this one a
You
lot.
have to. No time. The spike
10
is gone.
seconds left.
These mid to Bs, it's too hard. There's
Yeah,
too
just
many
making
nooks
sure
and
that this
crannies
guy's here
around
with the
this
ult.
map that you can hide under. So many angles
This
that you have
line's
to
pretty
face
good
check
also.
and clear.
I mean,
Utility
dude, the
just doesn't
silver
do
ult
it
on
here.
this map is
And so Lev will get to 8.
very nice.
You see Crew, again, trying to adjust on the fly,
Even
trying
this
to
is
make these
strong.
adaptations.
Last
Like,
round
as you
before
mentioned,
the
trying to
switch.
take up mid. They've been trying to use the dart to control that area of the map, but this trap setup was so good.
Yeah, that Hunter's Fury was near perfect.
And again, it was 100 Fury off of the trip. That's what was the cue to go.
that alleyway, that connector onto that B site. It's so small. Hunter's Fury gets the entire pathway.
Still an op in the hands of Kesnet. Currently sitting at 5 and 9. You're mentioning how it was good against Cloud9. It feels like he hasn't had a ton of impact this map.
Oh, that lands fast.
Yeah, he wasn't able to make use of it in that last round. He whiffed that shot onto King, who did give him an opportunity.
Yeah, and all the pressure they've been doing over towards middle means they have to like take this first, worry about here,
There it is.
and then they can start looking at B.
That's a very risky play from Khan.
Mm-hmm. Punished for it too.
Oh, Aspas might get punished because of that. He's just stuck back sight right now.
Well, King is deciding that there's plenty of misery to be had, and if you're gonna have it, do it together because he's joined him. And King's actually the one who was able to get one with it, but
nice
Shy,
shots.
a great take on
I like the first one was moving, but maybe
Just
not.
a flurry of kills going back and forth, but it was the trading game from Shy that came out on top.
I mean, maybe
It's a
4 because they
3v1.
can disrespect some of the harbor
Text is
stuff,
being
but
uploaded.
the Cypher stuff
Say
should just
hello
get
to
him
the
rounds
camera.
anyway.
Tex has been relatively quiet.
I mean, it should look pretty good, the harbor on attack.
See if he's able to pull
Like
this off.
this.
Kesnet's very weak here.
This stuff where you just
In
separate
7
the
HP,
site,
he's
so you
playing
have
so
to be
far off.
playing in
He's gonna
front of
have
it.
to deal with these smokes that just got
It's gonna be
refreshed.
nice.
You've got Shy on one side, and then you've
Oh
got
my
Melser
goodness.
on the other. Forget about it. There's no
Okay.
way in.
Um,
Crew avoid the 9-3 with a really nice
yeah, I
round.
don't think
Again,
4's
off
enough.
of Shy.
Straight up.
Yeah, and because of Shy, they find their own way into this game because it was looking dire, Doug.
But I'd
It
rather
was
have
looking
double
like
initiator
every
or
other
double
series that we
duelist on the
saw
map.
them
Now we
have.
see more.
The 7-1 score,
Can I
bringing it
opt
to
in
an
for
8-4.
double controller instead?
What a great comeback from Crew.
I like double controller at the moment. Looks good.
Shy 13 and 8.
Yeah, 13 and 8. I'll take that any day of the week. We're going to throw it to a break, and then the desk will break down what they've seen in the first half.
Double controller, double initiator. Yeah. If I was gonna do double duelist, like one of them has to be a Yoru. Cuba, why are you phoenixing on this map? Thought process with that. Bro, that can't be it. That can't be your comp.
Clearly, Leviathan looking very prepped on this map, but I got a chance to listen to the comms, wondering if this team was going to crumble and choke, but actually the atmosphere inside the communication, very light-hearted, jovial, fun even to begin here on Abyss. Perhaps it's because it's a brand new map, or maybe because they're so confident. Perhaps Irapada had a word with them in the break beforehand. But you had stuff like even in round 4 where Aspas overtook the amount of kills he had on the whole of Sunset, celebrating almost, you know, making a joke out of it in that moment. The atmosphere does not sound like a team that is choking after being the heavy favorites. Now, some of that is leading to looseness within the team from the look of things, and King's trying his best to rally the troops back together and keep them tight and focused headed into the next half. But just having listened to the comms, this definitely feels like a team that's willing and trying to push it all the way to map 5. My big question is, are they still going to have that kind of atmosphere if the squeeze gets on them in the next half? It's very easy to feel happy when Aspas has got 17 kills after round 12. Back to you, Doug and Baby Bay.
Yeah, I mean, it feels good when your duelist is dueling. It feels good when you're up 4 rounds at half. I mean, you're absolutely right, and I think that is the question to be had.
The harbor?
On the other side,
I mean, they made the harbor look a little bit
better
better than I believe it is. Like they struggled with this wall over towards middle, but
as we've talked about,
all you do is just camera here,
when they're down big. This feels like the most
and
competitive
then that
we've seen
meant
so
that
far.
Yeah, and the
they
fact
got a
that
little
were
bit
able
wrecked
to
with
climb
time and
back get
pressure,
a
and they're
little bit
worried
of
about
momentum in
here,
their
even though
favor,
they could have had full
winning
info.
4 out of the last,
Like that was like
you
the
know,
main thing.
6 rounds they played.
But I do think the
They
Harbor
put
on
themselves
attack
in a
should
really
be
good
looking
spot, a
pretty
spot
nice.
that was looking absolutely dire
Like
regardless.
this in theory might even be the better
Mid-map
side with it.
focus for the
Like
attack.
this in theory
Yeah, with
should
that
be the better
harbor
side
wall,
with it, I
this
would say.
time on the attacking side.
Ooh, and they cleared the wall too, or they cleared the door, excuse me.
And you're not expecting this many players behind this wall. I mean,
Right.
Kesnet might get caught out here.
A deeper smoke, a
1, 2,
pushing
3.
of the utility, and now they understand there's a lot of fun on the
Isn't
other
it?
side. But Kesnet is waiting. So close. I thought he was going to strike, but he's buying his time as best as he can. Now on
Might
the
have
prowl.
lost his timing
now
here.
moving forward. And do they understand the threat that's behind them? Do they
No,
understand
look
what's
at
nipping
him.
at their heels?
Every single time he's just
Kesnet
like,
now striking.
I
Asma's
almost
dead.
had them.
And yeah, the spike's going to be planted, but are they going to be able to hold it back?
It's a 3v3.
Kesnet with Sheriff in hand, continuing to push forward. The molly to clear out backside. Nothing found as all members of LEV tuck behind. Try to get away. A dangerous angle, and Kesnet decides to take a blade out at the most inopportune time.
Right there.
And now numbers the way of the attack. A tap of the spike. And it's just a bait. It's just a threat. Melser.
Yeah, it's got numbers
a
here,
very
right?
bold approach,
Hey,
a
nicely
very
handled
bold
from that,
swing,
dude.
and another
Revenge, get the
pistol the
double
way of Lev.
pistol.
And that might be the most
nailing this.
clean mid to be we've seen on this
5-3
Abyss map
altogether.
in general, out of every region. And it's all because of that harbor wall. As soon as it starts coming down, you see the Omen smoke come out, and the timing on the split was perfect. Tex, he's the solo guy in B main, and he finds the perfect timing for the only spot that Shot can be playing in backside. A beautiful mid to be.
And so if I'm not mistaken, LEV have just won only their 3rd round since that Kesnet fadeaway blade. As he was falling down. I mean, momentum felt like it heavily shifted back that way. It was all LEV up until that point.
That's so insane.
That's also
Yeah,
now
early
3
Harbor
pistols in a row
is
that LEV have won. After all of this
doable.
dialogue about how they are inconsistent
Kesnet gets
and
the
how they
hero
aren't able to
Marshall.
get that monkey off their proverbial backs. Finally making something happen.
Better late than never.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Standing ahead.
A little bit of contact made here. Not too much of a commitment from the side of Lev. This is looking very familiar to Icebox when they just freeze after using an initial set of utility.
Dude, I'm loving these dynamic harbor walls, man. It's so difficult to navigate around. To be able to just on the fly decide what you want to deny makes it look effortless.
Denies so much info. Allows you to gather so much space. It allowed that drone to get all that info because it was blocked
you
off.
gotta
Nobody
keep
could
an eye
pick
on
it off
Tex
early.
here.
Now it's all up to Mazzino wrapping around backside. I say that, but he opts to go for the
Tex
plant.
can get
Does he
so
know that
many.
there's players this close to him.
Surely. He's got to understand. Yeah, they had crosshairs trained on it, but the kill's not coming through quite yet. Now Mazzino
here
striking
comes
21
Tex.
HP
1,
as he
2.
double dips, tries to triple, but it's Tex who gets the kills. Shy with the classic, Kesnet with a Marshall. At such a distance, at such a disadvantage.
I kind of like this as well from Lev. They've done 2 rounds for the pistol and the eco, where they just create so much pressure over towards middle. Very nice from him. It was a great look. And now there's like a lot of pressure over towards here. They gotta actually just talk about how they want to make sure this doesn't happen over towards middle. Probably means
A good
the
conversion
side
onto
should
this
be a little
round,
bit
great
weaker.
late
I wonder if they
flank
do
in from Tex.
the
Now all of a sudden, Crew have to be worried about
first
that
2
in
rounds. You
mid-round.
kind of use something that you're not going
Is
to
he
use
gonna
that
be
much
behind the harbor
later
wall?
on,
Is there
so
gonna
it
be
creates
the
pressure.
entire squad behind the harbor wall. This harbor pick puts so much doubt in the minds of Crew already, and we're only 2 rounds in. I mean, this entire map is their
Am I a harbor
playground
hater?
right now
I just
for
think you can
Leviathan.
disrespect the
King
util
has
too
a
easy.
real good opportunity here
In double initiator comps,
to just keep
like
finessing.
a
I
lot
mean,
of the
look at
time
this.
I would
Same
want the
dart,
harbor
same
wall.
wall as last time around.
And the same clearing of the door. And so now, if you're on the defensive side, all you can do is ask questions. Are they going to split us to A? Or are they going to split us B? There's nothing to really
What I
confirm
change about
either
Harbor?
way.
Harbor's
And this
good.
is
Harbor's
gorgeous. They're
fine
just
in
tucking
certain
behind the
situations,
dart. They
certain
don't even
comps.
bother clearing it. They've spotted 1 on the other side. They know that there's a little bit of threat towards A. And that seems to be enough to draw some of the rotations
Like
over.
certain maps as well.
So much
It's not a
info
bad
gathered
map.
from the side of
I just think
Leviathan. They
meta-wise,
cleared out all of heaven with that drone.
I
Also
don't
able to
think it's the one.
cascade to get Calm out of this position. And then they get a 2v1 onto Kesnet.
Yeah, man, he was stuck. He had nowhere to go. And so off of all of that, all of the mid-threat, all of the presence,
Harbor
they
Road
decide
doesn't
they're
make
going
a
to
sound,
head
they
back
know it's
to be
clear.
with the reckoning. There's nobody on the site, but if there was, I mean, they'd be
Wait, do they not know?
lit up.
Bombarded. Yeah, absolutely bombarded. And yo, do you want to face check a harbor wall? I guess a flash will give you the confidence to do so.
That's what they're going to try, but there's so much.
I don't even know about the sound queue, harbor. They were checking corners.
It's not even really a way to threat. And as soon as the harbor wall goes down, the cascade goes up. But there are so many members on the side. Also keep a close eye on Shy's position. Tex wisely punishes him. He's left alone now. A beautiful retake from KRU. Off of Shy's timing, off of his positioning.
Okay, still though, nice bonus.
Yeah, and that was looking dire, especially after that first blood on Kesnet. I feel like Kesnet definitely overstayed. I know he was stuck having to pick and choose his battle. Okay, am I going to commit to the top catwalk fight, or am I going to go for the peak in the lower? He ran into a blender of Osboss coming off the top ropes and somebody under. But still, having some life into this retake.
Plus I was clear and they planted that. Yeah, but
entries allowing
it's just the spam.
Shy to creep up.
Just the spam factor. Like I get ideal world, you want to plant here, but this being spammable, like
in the middle of the map,
a lot of what you can actually do.
This time,
like all you have to do is have control here.
Something they haven't really done so far in this half.
Then you should be able to recon.
Only 3 rounds in.
Ooh, we do the reverse of this. I like that.
Invested,
That's a default recon. Oh, that's way better than my recon.
Cleared and gathered for free.
Yeah, but look at the middle of the map.
And that's in the same spot as the shock darts. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, a little ill-advised.
Yeah.
But there was a gap there that they tried exploiting.
This is the difference, though, when you're not running the harbor that can block off some of the angles. You know, you kind of have to face check everything.
Yeah, it becomes weird, and I was thinking these kind of walls are nice.
MTA, he almost gets picked off.
Pressure over towards here, keeps 2 people here. They got to clear all of this.
But now Tex, instead of going for that
life comes back in time. I didn't see when he used it.
And it's going to be a 5-man beat.
Bro, Shy is in trouble.
Osboss on the top ropes.
Shy again, having to deliver for his team. Able to clean up one, not able to find anything else. Thwarted by the overwhelming presence from the attack.
And no spams, cove to plant there.
MTA spam through, and at this point, this round feels
gonna be a hard round. We're gonna see a bit of a spam fest.
You're gonna have the post plant down. You're gonna have a ton of spam utility that you can get through. You've got harbor walls. You've got omen smokes. This is tough, man.
Yeah, this is so impossible to retake. It feels like.
And then Calm is on the flank too.
He's so deep on the flank.
There's
Perfect
no way
timing on it.
There's no way they know. I mean, MTA, 1, 2, 3, every single one spotted. That's all right, even if the kills are a little bit messy.
You got it in, yeah, and extra luck on top. What a cool round from LEV. This was nice. See what they did there with the harbor wall? Like I would do something similar with the Viper, right? You know the Viper that G2 have? I would do something similar like what they did with this wall, just with the passive Viper wall.
Flank. It was set up from the start of the round.
That's how I would use Viper and attack, I think.
Leviathan are doing a really good job of masking.
But I like the harbor wall. It created a lot of pressure after they took A. They also had a sick recon frame in.
Now Calm has taken that opportunity to do what he does best, catching those timings in the late flank. And you know what? If KRU are going to keep somebody there the entire round,
yeah, I would have it like...
That's a W for Leviathan as well. So
I'll draw
even
it
if
once
Calm falls with how Lady is flanking, you're keeping a guy there the entire time to hold and watch you.
Yeah, that gives you the numbers advantage on the site.
Yeah, they got to worry about middle, man. They're getting lurked on.
Going, well,
they're getting non-stop lurked on.
And then, I mean, given what you've seen the last couple of times,
yeah, production is wrecking me. What can I say?
Back the other way, but it's so difficult to parse information like that in such a small amount of time. I mean, it's all of the comms that are happening as well. Like that little adjustment that Josh mentioned that you just talked about is proving to be really successful for LEV.
It's insane, and that's why you've seen him honestly put up big numbers once again. I feel like he was hitting a little bit of a slump, but ever since Shanghai, he came back and he said, yo, I'm feeling better than ever. And he showed it in the server. We've seen so many of his good solo vaults. I guess in this series,
I would want it to leaks over here, so that you could spam this corner. Then I would do like that recon as a default. And then this wall would just create pressure over towards here. Smoke. Could even do this one to double block vision.
Look at what happened when Shy was finessing. Yeah, he took out Osboss.
There's a smoke over to B I want to try as well, but
that Mazzino was able to use and sneak into, giving him the cover, giving him the ability to not get spammed.
But I like this default from LEV, I guess is what I'm saying.
Once you get that spike planted on the B default, it's so hard to retake into.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah, it isolates the entire site. Blocks off the top right as well. Gives Osboss a little leverage there as well. That is so unique.
A little bit of utility.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Heretics are doing with the Raze. The Raze satchel.
As the paranoia is through, there are a lot of members of KRU here, and LEV don't have a space anywhere else on the map. This is dangerous. They're gonna have to brawl their way through this.
Yeah, that might have decided it.
And as the fisticuffs go up, the kills come through. A 3 for 3. Aspas very weak here. The spike so far out of reach. I mean, technically, they can try to TP through and scoop it up, but they've lost this duel. They've lost this fist fight. It's gone the way of KRU.
Hey, solid though.
They get to 6.
Yeah, just the duel's backside. But KRU, a different
3
look
people.
this time on the B side.
By next.
Using a lot of utility. Using that KO ultimate to have it so Leviathan can't put up another wall, can't put up a cove. No more cascades on the site. The problem is you only have that ultimate a couple times a half. You got to be able to string some more rounds together to build up to another one.
And I wonder how much of this will continue to be the approach for KRU. As
yeah,
soon
I guess
as you
it's
see
all
the
over the
control
place.
utility go up, just go. Throw your body at it and force LEV to try to navigate through that. We saw it was a problem in the previous round.
With no KO ult to dissuade any type of utility being used, it might be very hard to make that work.
I mean, they
This is
get good
something we saw in
info
the
that
pistol round.
I was only able to be shot
But this
from
time,
this
a
position,
split. 2 lower
like beyond
mid
the line.
and 2 into the vents.
They insert one
Complete
deep middle.
map control is being gained right now from Leviathan. They're gonna
Got a
crunch
hero
these
gun.
players.
If they're not careful, the crunch may be the other way. A 1 for 1. Aspas settles
Go
the
around,
shots,
man.
controls the spray, and gets the kill. Now the map is wide open for them.
Yeah, and now surely you know, after getting 2 kills towards A, there's only 1 more there. If you go towards B, it might be tough for you. Do spot that Cypher's not playing in sight. That might give confidence for Tex to creep slowly up.
That's big.
Yeah, that's a big kill from Kresnet onto Aspas there. But
KRU have
like
got to
I
be
said,
thinking.
while that was happening, Tex was
They-
able to sneak in
like
the B
over
side, so
here,
this is a free site
really.
for the side of Leviathan. And keep in mind, this was a thrifty buy.
Yeah, the only rifle they had was in Aspas's hand.
What is Mauser doing? What is Shy doing? Oh, Texi can't
30
connect.
seconds left.
I think they
It's
were so. I
disastrous
think they were
for
so sure they
Leviathan.
didn't even like lurk onto the site here.
They cut their losses.
They were
and
so
try to
confident with the
rotate
kills
away.
being
This map
here.
is really big.
The
Are they gonna
obvious
be able to
call
get
is
back in
A.
time?
No,
They would
there's
be
no
like
shot.
here, and then
The
they
spike
felt like
should
they
be able to go
cancelled
down.
it. Then
But
they
with
didn't
the
even
gun
expect the luck
disadvantage,
of like why they would have
I'm not
cancelled
sure
it. It
if-
was weird.
Can
Blanc,
actually-
I mean, he just gets
This
it.
is going to be close.
Lev can actually win this round, sorry.
1 second.
Yeah,
They
look at
managed to get the
Com.
spike down. Com is taking a really aggressive angle. And he's got a rifle in hand. Takes some damage. He'll
Yeah,
have
and
to
he
take a
should
step
just
back. All
run
this is
really
fine
far
time.
away now, and you
Now
could
they've got the
honestly they
Harbor
could
wall they're
definitely
gonna
play
deal with.
time on
Kesnet
this
pops his
one.
blades.
Yeah,
Understanding
then take
the
all
need
that
to
time to
convert this
clear all of
round.
this info.
Given
Then
that
you got
they're
your
down 5.
recon.
Yeah, and also understanding the need for speed in this moment. If they
Probably
wait too
shouldn't
long,
ult,
that
but it'd
Hunter's
be
Fury becomes
mad
a viable
tempting to.
option.
Com has his dart. Goes up. Connecting onto 1.
It's coming down to the wire, Doug. This might not be good for the side of KRU. They got to get half, and they got to get it fast.
More Harbor utility going up. A kill going back and forth. But
Yeah, I like how they handled it though, especially Malza. Just into smoke over towards the spike, tap onto the spike as well.
That was cutting it close.
Yeah.
6 seconds on the
Had to be
defuse.
doing that. Make them show their position,
If the
maybe
trading
get
game goes a
the
little bit more in
maybe
favor
get
for
the
side
server
of
out as well.
Leviathan makes the window of opportunity for Com to invest that Hunter's Fury, but you won't have to. This was a very cool look at the start of the round. I just really wish in this moment Leviathan
Yeah, I like
would
this,
have actually committed to that convergence on
this
the A side
insert
after
of
getting
one
that
middle is
trade
pretty cool.
with Aspas.
Like I think the inside of
It's
one middle
unlikely that there's another player in
just
heaven at that moment.
could
Maybe
be
there's somebody
happening
stuck at
a
A.
lot of the time.
But
Getting
in these
someone
high
here
pressure
and then
moments,
creating
in the
pressure, you can
moments when
hear
it comes down to the
rotate. Most
wire
likely
and
they're going to
split
try and rotate through
decision
here
thinking,
anyway.
Sometimes it's just hard to make that read.
Feels like a good thing to do if you have the harbor all the time.
LEV have shown a lot of diversity and a lot of cool ideas on how they play the middle of the map around this harbor that we've talked about. But KRU are starting to make some of these minor adjustments to counter it. I look at how much presence they have here now.
Yeah, look at the re-clear info. Smoke on the top catwalk, a drone to clear out anything lower. Understanding there's nothing behind this harbor wall this time. But the cool thing about harbor is they can do that
No way.
again if they want to in 10 seconds.
He
I liked
TP'd
it.
and King was tucked. I
Yeah,
thought he was
he
going to wait
just
for the
hid.
channel to come through, but
Where's the
wisely from
money at?
Meltzer.
We've got 1, 2,
decides not to
3,
commit to it.
4, 5.
all just for info.
Oh, we're going in for it.
This is
Gotta
all
keep
a
an eye
fake,
on the
by
spike
way.
that
The
is,
reckoning out, the
literally on the
cascade is
floor
up,
at
the drone is
spawn.
through.
And it's a perfect call. Look at the mini-map right now. Oh, Kesnet. He understands. He's second-guessing himself. He's the only one
Yeah,
towards
no
his A
extra
site.
sounds on top of
King has
this.
crept all the way in, Doug.
No one followed
This
this
timing
up.
is really tricky, and you've got to get hot to trot here. KRU, though, still seemingly
please don't
convinced
overstep,
that
King.
it's
You don't need to
another
overstep.
play by
You got the
LEV where
whole
they
of the
freeze,
site.
where they cut noise and then they re-hit.
Yeah, you can smoke that and chill.
Unwise to the fact
Yeah,
that they've been
nice,
had.
dudes.
And the setup to this round has been so insane because Aspas is holding this mid line the entire time with the operator. Now he decides to go back. MTA will get a pick onto Calm with that Hunter's Fury.
How
They've got
much
his
further
Omen
up do
Flash
they
as well.
scale? As the smoke dissipates, the
An
wall
Omen
goes
Flash
up.
from heaven or something, or
Kesnet's going to be
Spawn.
able to dash into a smoke here. Tex might get caught out in the mix.
I think he might be in a tucked corner. I don't think they know where he is. Now repositioning, taking a step back. Tucking behind the cave. MTA gets 4.
Very nice, man. Very, very nice.
Oh my gosh.
In an ideal world, maybe
Doug, it
like
was
tucking
MTA
here with the Omen stick
that
with an Omen
brought
Flash.
KRU back
They
to
can't
life
see
on
you.
that ascent map.
Pretty sure they
against
can't
100
see you.
Thieves. He gets 4
Or you
into
could
this
flash
round.
heaven.
All of a sudden, it's 11 to 8.
I like the King didn't
And
overstep
the
here, though,
economy
even
for
though they did get
Leviathan
wrecked.
is not looking nice.
Try the same old tricks.
That's an operator gained as well that can go into the hands of Kesnet.
What a round.
Yeah. Kesnet having a rifle in that round actually worked to his benefit because he was able to dash
I got
out
him
and
panicking
spot
a little
Tex
bit.
out in the close right corner, wait for his team to use utility, and it was a free kill onto him. Aspas, he got stuck behind those smokes. It was a cool setup to the round from Leviathan, using that wall to take control of mid, not over peaking when the drone came out in the reclear. And had anybody actually shown on the mid cross, maybe, you know, skipping a couple steps there, he would have gotten a kill and cut off the rotation. But everybody rotated through the spawn, and it kind of denied the fact that Aspas had that operator in his hands. That's a big investment to do on the attacking side. And now, like I said, that operator goes forth into the next round, into Kesnet's hands, or anybody else from the side of KRU. They don't even have to buy that, so their economy is looking really good right now.
Yes, you deleted your own message.
Even if Lev gets on match point at some point of this half,
You're out here
KRU
modding
should
yourself.
still have the economy to bring it back. I mean, Leviathan are committing into this round. This is it. If they don't win this round, KRU are able to come back and bring it within at least one round.
They're probably going to tie it.
Mm-hmm. It's looking likely.
Yeah, given the
waiting
financial
for the
advantage
knife.
that they have,
Yeah.
or the op that you mentioned.
And this is a set play. I think Calm's going for a Sova ult somewhere. Some kind of cheesy lineup with the knives dashing in at the same time. They're going to try to make
block
pandemonium. They're going to try to
vision-ish
create
over
chaos
towards
on the
middle.
actual site. What can Kesnet do?
The drone the first out. Aspas with blades. Whoa. Oh, I thought he was going to hit that. Kesnet has to know as that bullet whizzes by. Not connecting, but look at how aggressive this is. Is he going to try to do it
Is he
again?
gonna? He's not gonna try.
He doesn't have the utility to do it. He doesn't have an updraft. He doesn't have a dash. He doesn't have anything like that. So he's gone as far as he will go. Now taking a step back. There's the ult that you mentioned from Calm. As King tries to keep
Whoa,
him
man.
back shy.
No way they retake
Really
this,
nicely
right?
done, but Mazzino
Okay.
from up top
I was gonna say.
brings down 3.
When they got that first kill, I was like, hold up, maybe this one's
Kesnet
doable.
with the op.
This is a cool. I mean, this
Opts
is a
to
good
go
round
for a
called from
rifle.
the coach.
He's going to make a run at this. In the face of 3? I mean, maybe he finds one and then tries to double down, but no target is being given.
Everyone's so far
Very
back.
nice. Mazzino still
cleans it up with
Still
4
spamming
in
the bodies
round.
on that as well.
The
Okay,
jump on the
4
top
and they got
default box,
Harbor
catching
as well.
2 players off guard. The Collat, the follow-up kill as well on a Melzer with the ADS. That was too clean. That was a big investment into this round for Leviathan. They needed this. This was a must-win round, and now they put themselves at match point. That Hunter's Fury from Calm catching heat in A heaven. That was huge. Kesnet, he just couldn't connect any shots onto Aspas with those knives. He took 2-3 op shots. None of them going his way, but now Aspas is meeting Kesnet head on. A risky peek from Kesnet.
This is unfortunately
Oh
the
no,
the
don't
crew
do
that
it.
we
Don't
see
double down.
when they fall apart. Decisions like that. We're just gonna swing, and I think I'm gonna diff Aspas.
Yeah, again, here we go. Ooh, almost another kill. Oh,
Yeah,
punish
that's
from
it
the
done.
side of Leviathan. Tex, the 1-2 punch with Aspas in this A main, and all of a sudden, full info gathered. This is
Insta-call
gonna
to
be
A.
so hard for KRU to win.
That's nicely handled. The dart goes out.
Yeah, the.
Oh,
MTA
Oh, what a
is still on
shot.
the side here. His position's given away, though.
Oh.
Somehow gets 3. Keeping it close, keeping it competitive, and now Melser's in a really good spot. I don't think they know he's there.
Woman flash.
Aspas down to 70 HP. The paranoia is going to cause so many problems. Melser trying to will him over the
Not
line
this
by
pause
himself.
again.
It's coming to 1v1.
Whoa. Okay. Hold up. They get full reset. The money's still good for 1.
MTA! What is this man?
Guys, it's
He's
still
so
giving it.
clutch in these moments. He
MTA,
gets
yeah,
3.
dude. When he needs to step up, he just does, it
He's
seems like.
alone.
That first one is just a straight up pre-fire,
MTA is
though,
having a
right?
phenomenal map right now on Abyss. The start was everything for Leviathan. It was a
Oh,
3v5.
okay, well.
The Cypher ultimate
double-
too, to
it's a
find
double
out that he's
smoke.
here, and he lines you up like this. I mean, the first kill was also through a smoke. No chance for King in that moment. And the Spectre kill on the Aspas, sometimes it can be so hard to hit somebody that's full running. You're so
Isn't
used
it?
to
Yeah, no, he's getting pumped,
swung
dude.
by a rifle in that moment.
Where is that dart going?
Oh, it's a
Oh,
missed
he
lineup.
missed that one. Yeah, it's meant to go
Oh
in.
no, it's for backside A actually, I think.
Yeah, that's a
close.
very nice lineup.
Oh, a nice wall to deny information with the drone. They
It
can
gets
creep
sent
out
to
here if
ascend.
they
Maybe we'll
decide
see
they
it
want
there.
to. Inside of Leviathan, but, oh,
3
that
chances. Sova
proactive
ult on
paranoia
defense
from
is pretty
Melzer to
big on
check
this
it.
round.
Yeah, it's early, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Good bait out.
this is a different one for them.
Wall
They
and
just play
drone for
Sova and
one paranoia.
rotate.
That's going to be good for Leviathan in the
Yeah.
mid-round.
1000%.
Yeah, they might be able to lean
Okay,
back
pressure
towards B side.
created
They
over
will be
towards
met by
him.
Kesnet here, though, who hasn't been too hot.
Don't
with
have
the
I
on
mean,
this
we do
defensive
have a
side.
knife. I wonder when they clear
Keep in mind
this.
that last time at A, he did whiff a couple shots on the Aspas, but Aspas did have the knives and was doing some crazy stuff.
A
jumping
knife goes
around
in, they
without trap.
clear this.
Some of those shots can be very hard to hit.
With a one-way
Drone just
smoke
cleared
as
out
well.
mid-map, so
So
they turn their attention back towards B.
yeah,
As
these
you
three
see the
can
Omen
stay
smoke
strong.
strong,
They
you have
got
to understand
killed,
that's where
trip,
it's coming. He
camera,
peeks ahead of it
up,
aggressively
Sova
with the dash proc. Has
keep
to
an
get the
eye
space back.
on Tex going for a play in middle.
An early show from Lev draws out a lot from KRU.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Tex
what is this
so
duel
much
like?
space on Catwalk, but he might get timing by Heat.
No way,
He
it
wins
just
that
landed.
1v1.
Oh my
Falling
god. Okay,
down.
well Melzer's got to
Ridiculous.
kill too. Dude, you got, I think he has to take map
so
control.
careful and so cautious and so effective for Lev. Remember the paranoia,
that's not enough.
then the Hunter's Fury. With 10 seconds left, they're going to get out onto A.
Yeah, and
Can MTA,
Tex has another, right?
Can Kevin do something about this? In the code!
Oh my god, imagine he got both of them.
That's all he finds.
That was a 6
MTA
attempt,
with
though.
5 HP has to somehow convert a 1v2, and he's got it down to 1.
He knows. He heard
Hey,
Tex.
he knows
A
where he
tap
is.
Of the spike.
Oh.
A shock. Make that 2. As Tex is jumping, he's baiting him into the swing. Now bullets given away. He understands where he is, and he hits the shot anyway. Heroics from MTA
Guys are gods,
once
man.
more.
Back to back again. Not this again.
That does it again.
Not this guy again, bro.
He's got to be the most clutch player in this server right now.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
21 and
He
16.
did this yesterday. He's doing it again now.
That's ridiculous.
He played Tex like a fiddle.
Also, Kesnet, Doug just running in there with a shorty.
Yeah, Kesnet
I mean,
did
you have to do
unreal.
something.
I thought he was going to get both.
5 HP. And that's all it took.
Lever kicking themselves in the
2
leg right now for what
chances.
just happened.
This is not a great one as well.
It's another dart lineup. Keep an eye on Comp's positioning right now. Remember, that's the one that goes backside.
Is it? Oh yeah. Oh, so he has
It
a
hasn't
couple
really
of different
found
ones.
Very much. The last couple
I
times
think
we've
it's
seen it.
missing,
this is a
dude.
lineup that's supposed to be for A.
Yeah, it is meant to be there, and it's hitting like the side. And this time he realized it missed, so he moved it a little bit to the right, but it's not to the right enough.
Remember, it landed to
Maybe
clear
my
out A main
lineup
with
is
the one
better.
way with the-
What's going on?
cascade.
There's an open roof here that you can
It's
get
gonna
it
be an
through.
A-pop though, for sure. 2 players
This
are
one-
very
this
up
one
close
has
and
not
personal.
looked
These-
consistent.
This might be a punish.
Oh, they've got to understand with here. They've seen the Molly, they've seen the paranoia, now they've seen Heat and cleaned him up.
Oh my god, who's
Everyone
that
here,
going for it, man?
Aspas section 4
Aspas has
tries to
gone
cover
for a
in the
play.
converse, getting aggressively in the face of Melser.
Round the map,
Wraps
dash into the
around
side.
him.
Kesnick gets
King,
drive-by.
that's another one the way of Lev.
That's how they
Giant
win,
MTA,
low by.
Yes, they've been good. Yes, they've been top fragging for KRU. But surely they can't deny this, right? Surely they can't convert a 2v5 when the spike is down.
Right here, deploying drone.
The drone
I didn't
comes
check
out,
under
it's
him, he's
cleared
dead.
instantly.
I never saw Aspas as well underneath. Aspas gets a 3rd kill to the round.
All right,
Shy's left
Percent
by
it is.
himself.
5th
With
map
every
percent.
single
This
member
is
of
cool though.
Leviathan
This is fun.
Still surviving, still conniving, and taking us to map 5, 13, 10.
Yeah, some of the Harper stuff was good.
This gets
They had some
decided
good
on
stuff.
ascent.
Some of the silver stuff was cool as well.
What an unreal map of Abyss. One for the books for certain. Ospas, he took